Did you know the average person in the world consumes 1 to 2 kilos of food per day? That's about 675 kilos of food per year. And all that food goes through the digestive system. The digestive system is one of the most complicated but amazing systems in our body, where food is transformed into nutrients and energy that keeps us alive.
But what exactly is digestion? Digestion is the process by which food gets broken down into smaller molecules so it can be absorbed by the body. This happens mechanically by mastication or chemically by the action of enzymes. Do you remember the different types of nutrients? The ones we need for a balanced diet. Well, that food has to be broken up before our bodies can benefit from it. Our teeth do some of that, but the real work is done by enzymes.
What are enzymes? Enzymes are protein molecules which act as biological catalysts. Catalysts speed up chemical reactions. We have enzymes in every cell in our body. Digestive enzymes are so important because they help break down large food. But all the types of nutrients, only three have large molecules: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Each of these three food groups have its own special enzyme in charge of breaking it down. They are intended especially for each group and fit into its molecules perfectly like a key in a lock. For instance, carbohydrates are broken down by an enzyme called amylase. The carbohydrate molecule is broken down into smaller bits and then converted into simple sugars like glucose. These are easier for a body to use.
What about the enzymes that break down proteins in fats?
Proteins are broken down by an enzyme called protease. It's broken into smaller molecules called amino acids. Fats are broken down by an enzyme called lipase, and these are broken into fatty acids and glycerol. So, we know which enzyme goes in which food group, and we know what it does. But where do these enzymes come from? All three enzymes are produced in the small intestine and pancreas. Plus, amylase is also produced in the salivary glands. And protease is also produced in the stomach. And once all the food molecules are broken down, they are absorbed by the blood.
Why does that happen? Well, let's look at the process. This activity takes place mostly in the small intestine, where all three digestive enzymes are present. The whole alimentary canal is lined with muscle tissue, which pushes balls of food called boluses all the way down. This is called peristalsis, a squeezing action that happens from waves of circular muscle contractions. The inside of the small intestine is also made perfectly for absorbing food. It's very long, so there's plenty of time for the food to be absorbed. But besides that, it is lined with millions of little finger-like things called villi. What are villi? Tiny projections in the small intestine that help in quick absorption of food. How? Well, they increase the surface area and even have their own microvilli, which increases it more. They have a thin permeable layer of cells, and they have a very good blood supply. After absorption, the blood carries the nutrients to all the cells in the body.
Why don't we see the whole process from start to finish? Imagine you're eating a sandwich. Once it reaches the salivary gland, the amylase enzyme already starts breaking down the bread, a carbohydrate, into sugars. Then it's swallowed down to the stomach where the muscles perform peristalsis and the protease enzyme starts breaking down the meat, a protein, into amino acids. Then it reaches the small intestine where the villi helps all the enzymes continue working, including lipase to convert the fats into glycerol and fatty acids. The nutrients are absorbed into the blood. Then, in the large intestine, excess water is absorbed, and finally, whatever left goes through the rectum for expulsion. And there you have it. That's the digestive system.